Hello everyone, it's Robin from Hometown Homemade, and I am making another video to show you how to make a wreath. And this time, this should be on YouTube, so you would be able to watch it and stop it whenever you need to. But this is just going to be here in case you would like to make one. So I'm going to be making a ladybug wreath. I'm using this form from Dollar Tree. It has 8 sections in it. I think it's a 16-inch or 18-inch wreath form. And I'm using 2 colors of mesh. So I'm using the red and the brown mesh. And then I'm actually using 6 colors of ribbon. So my ribbon is cut into 12-inch strips. Since I'm using 6, I made 8 of each. If you are using only 4 colors, then you would need 12 of each. And I did dovetail the ends of the ribbons. And the mesh is cut into 18-inch length, and this is 10-inch wide mesh. Then you will need pipe cleaners, and you want your pipe cleaners to match your color of your mesh. So I have 2 colors. And I'm using this pattern for my 2 colors when I have, this is 2 colors, A and B, of mesh. And so I'm going to be following this pattern here. This is an AB, so I'm going to do AB, AB all the way around the outside, and then AB, AB, AB all around the inside. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So I'm going to say that my brown is going to be my A, and this is going to be my B. And I'm going to start in one section of the wreath. I'm going to start over by one of the dividers. And I'm going to be starting at the top 2 rings. I'm going to put my pipe cleaner underneath and bring it together. And then I'm going to twist tightly about 3 times. Just like that. Okay? And then my next color on the top will be the black. And again, I'm going to take it and twist 3 times. And I'm going to continue that all around the outside. So if you look at my pattern, now I have A, B, then I have 1A in the middle of the next section. So I'm just going to put 1 here. Just like this. So you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to do B. And I'm going to continue this all the way around. Okay, now you can see I have the outside all completed. I'm going to do the same thing on the inside. So I'm going to start with an A right here. And now I'm on the bottom 2 rings. Okay, then I'll go to my B down here, and you can see that it's the colors are diagonal from each other. So black, black, brown, brown. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go all the way around the inside ring, alternating A and B. Okay, now I have all of my pipe cleaners on in each section. So now I'm ready to do my mesh. When you do the mesh, it's helpful to have a little clip like this. You can get these at Dollar Tree or anywhere, or even a clothespin would probably work. But you're going to start with one piece of your mesh, and you're going to lay it down so that the curl side goes in. I'm going to start at one end, and I'm going to curl 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 little curls, or rolling it. Then I'm going to take my clip, and I'm going to clip that, and then I'm going to spin this around. And I'm going to roll the other side, 1, 2, 3, And then I'm going to accordion pinch it and just walk my fingers until I scrunch it together and I can remove my pin. And then I'm going to put this cruffle, it's called a cruffle, is going to go on my, now mine, because I have two different colors of pipe cleaners, it's very easy to see where it goes. You might need your sheet if you have all the same color of pipe cleaner. But for me, it will be easy to tell. All my brown ones are going to go on the brown pipe cleaners. Okay, so now I need another brown one. So again, I'm going to roll it 2 or 3 times. I'm going to put my clip on, spin it around, roll the other side, and then let your fingers do the walking and scrunch it together. And you have a nice, it looks like a nice curl, like a bow almost. And then you're going to put it on your pipe cleaner and you're going to twist it a good 3 times again, and nice and tight as you can get it. You just want to make sure that your pipe cleaners don't get mixed up because they do slide on the bar. So you want to make sure you have them in the right spot. And the reason we do it this way, it looks like we have 2 together here, but we have 1 down and one up and 1 down. Because if we didn't do that, then you would have all 1 color on the outside and 1 color on the inside. So that's why we have to do it this way. Okay, so now I'm going to move up here to my other color. So I'm going to take this black and red one. Again, I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to roll it until, and the reason we're rolling it is to get those ends so they don't fray. We'll get those in nice and tight there. And then we're going to do the other side. Just give it a nice roll until you feel like it's nice and clear. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put this on the black pipe cleaner. So I'm going to go up to my next one, and it's going to go on here. And I'm going to continue this process all the way around the wreath until I get all of my mesh on. Okay, we'll be able to fluff it all up at the end, and it'll just kind of fall into place, so you don't have to really worry about how it's laying on there. Okay. So I'll do one more black one, and then I will let you guys keep going. And of course, you're going to want to stop the video until you get to the next part of the step with me. Okay, so again, I'm going to continue this all the way around until I get all of my pieces on. Okay, now here's the wreath with all of the mesh. All of the pipe cleaners are still sticking up. Okay, so this is what it should look like if you have 2 colors of mesh. If you had 1 color, then it will be full. Okay, now I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to grab all of my ribbon. So here's all of my ribbon, and I need to decide which 2 pieces will go together in each section. So I am going to, these 2 are thinner, so I probably will put them with a wider one. So I think I will put, let's see, I think I might put these 2 together, the red and the black, and then I'm going to put the ladybug with, I think I'm going to put the ladybug with these polka dots here. These 2 will go together. And then I will put the big polka dots with these little polka dots like this. Okay, so I'm going to pick, let's just say this is my A, these 2 will be my B, and these 2 will be my C. Okay, so I'm just going to keep picking them up in that order. So I'm going to pick up the red polka dot, the big polka dot, then the ladybug and the polka dot, and then the stripe and the black. And I'm just going to keep picking them up in that order until I get my whole stack organized so I know what's coming next. okay? Okay, so once you... Okay, now I have all of my ribbon organized. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to find one of my, and you can look on the back and see where everything is. Kind of helps you see. So I'm going to start right here at this divider, okay, at the top. And I'm going to go on this piece right here. This will be my A, okay? I'm going to start with an A. And again, I am going to go, I'll show you my pattern here. Oh, I forgot to show you what I'm doing. Okay. So because I'm using 3 different groups, I'm using an A, B, and C because I have 6 pieces of ribbon. I'm going to follow this pattern now. And again, it goes around the outside. A, B, C, all the way around. And the inside goes A, B, C. Okay. I guess the most important thing is knowing that you're starting... If you have an A and B up here, you need a C down here. And then you'll just go in order, okay? If that makes sense. So I'm going to start on the outside. So I'm going to start with my A combination. And I'm going to put my 2 pieces in an X. Not a cross, not exactly a cross, but just an X shape. Then I'm going to take the middle of it and scrunch it together like this. And if you have ribbon that doesn't have 2 sides, make sure you have the correct side facing up. And then I'm going to put this right here on this first, actually no, I'm going to put it on this first one right here. This will be my A, okay, because I'm going right next to the bar in this section, if that makes sense. This is the top one in this section, okay. And I'm, again, twisting 3 times on that pipe cleaner. And then once we're all done, we can fluff up our ribbon and our mesh, okay? But it'll just look like this on the pipe cleaner, okay? Then I'm going to go to the next one on top. So be careful because this is the bottom one here, okay? But I'm going to this next top one. This is going to be my B combination. Also, be careful that you don't knock your ribbon into, or your wreath into your ribbon, move it out of the way, because otherwise it gets caught and then you messes up your pile. All right, so this is my B combination. Again, I'm going to make an X shape. Then I'm going to scrunch the pieces together in the middle. And I'm going to find that next top one. And I'm going to put it on here. Okay, so I'm going around the outside first. Just going around the outside with my ABC. If you are using an AB pattern, if you just have 4 colors of ribbon, then you'll have 2 AB. You'll just go all the way around AB around the outside, just like you did with the mesh. Okay, here's my C combination. So I'm going to make an X, scrunch it together, find my next top one, outside ring, and I'm going to tightly put it onto that same piece of mesh on that same pipe cleaner. Okay, and then I'll fluff it up. I'm going to go to my next one, which is right here. And I'm back to my A combination. So I'm going to scrunch it together and put it on. Okay, I'm going to do that all the way around the outside. Okay, now I have done all of the outside pieces with the ribbon. Now I'm going to find the inside pieces. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way around the inside the same way. So I'm going to find, this is my A, okay? So I need to put that where I have one of my C up at the top. So let me find one where I had a C up at the top, and then I will start down there. So let's see. It goes between the, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go right there. Then I should be good, I think. Okay, so then my next one is my B. And it's gonna go down here. Okay, again, we're just making sure that it's tightly 3 times on there. Okay, then we have C. And if I'm doing it correctly, then it will always be between the other 2 colors. So let's see. Did I do that right? Yeah. It goes down here. Okay. So then moving to this one, and this should be this one. Okay. Again, we just want to kind of twist it and make sure that the correct side is up. Okay, so I'm moving to this bottom one, and I'm on this one. Okay, and keep going around until I get to the last one on the bottom. Okay, now I have all of the ribbon on all of the pieces of mesh. Okay, so now we're ready. We're ready to start putting on any embellishments that we want to put on there. So we're going to start first with a sign. So here's my sign, and I'm going to be using a zip tie to put this in. So I am going to set it in the middle where I want it. I'm going to pull that string through in the back, and then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to go over the first bar. And before I pull it too tight, I want to make sure that it's going to be in the right spot, which I think it will be if I tighten that. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it. Okay. I also see that I need to take my price tags off, but then I'll cut this. I'm going to use another zip tie. This is going to be to hang it, so I'm going to make sure that it's right in the middle here, right where my sign is going to be. And I'm going to put this zip tie up top, and I'm just going to pull it a little bit so I leave a loop to be able to, so that you can hang it. Okay, so I'm just putting a zip tie at the top to hang it. Okay, so we have the zip tie for the hanger and a zip tie for the sign, and then we're going to turn this around, and the sign, you can just kind of place it and it'll sit in the mesh in the middle, just like that. So just kind of place it in there. So the last step is deciding where you want to put any extra embellishments. So I have some little ladybugs. I have 2 little ladybugs, and I'm putting them opposite of each other on the wreath. And then I have some florals that I cut apart, and I kind of space them apart, and I'm going to tuck them in around the wreath. So I have them all the way around, and they're just going to tuck underneath. And sometimes you can put them in your pipe cleaner, and sometimes you want to just stick them back in the mesh, and then you can always wrap your wire from the plant. It can possibly wrap around the bar that it's closest to underneath. So it's just kind of however you want to do it. You can also even hot glue your embellishments in there. So I'm going to see if I can just twist this wire. Sometimes also using another pipe cleaner or a zip tie back there to hold that in place is another option. So however you want to try to anchor, you can hot glue, you can just tuck it into your pipe cleaner that's there. And so I actually did kind of go through the pipe cleaner underneath where the ribbon is. And then I wanted my greenery to stick out. So I could possibly twist this around a little bit. I think it'll be okay there though. Okay, And I'm going to stick this one kind of right into my mesh. I think it'll go right through the mesh. Like that. Put this one in. So as long as it kind of goes through the mesh, I think that it will hold pretty good. If you can get your little stem to go through the mesh or through your pipe cleaner. So here you can see I am finishing up adding the greenery and sticking it in. I had to work with it quite a bit to try to get it in there. But here is the little bug, and I am using a little sticky thing that you put, it has holes in it, and the pipe cleaners can go through it, and I stuck those on the back. I did have to hot glue them because they did not stick very well. So I used hot glue and stuck them to the back, and then I twisted them onto the wreath. Once you get everything on there the way that you want it, the last thing to do is to go through all of your pipe cleaners, and you want to trim them down and cut them short so that they're not sticking out. So you're just going to have to go all the way around and just clip off the ends all the way around your thing so you don't have any pipe cleaners showing. And then once you have that done, it should be finished. So please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you liked this video. So let me know you were here, and let me know if you made a wreath. Please show me a picture of it. I would love to see it. Thank you so much. The last step is to hang it up and just go in and make sure that all of your ribbon is fluffed up and straightened out. And make sure everything is in place. Make sure your sign, if you have one, is sitting correctly in the middle and resting correctly so it's centered. If you have any of these little strings, you can cut them off. Embellishments should be sitting properly, so we need to fix this little bug. I might have to fix him. See, sometimes when you hang it, then you can see what you need to fix. There we go. Make sure you see the correct side of your ribbon.